Okay, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be my full review with spoilers of There's Something Wrong with the Children. This is the latest Blumhouse production and is now available to stream on video on demand. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers. If you don't want them, just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, then you're going to find my spoiler-free review because I'll give you guys the two options. Leaving all that disclaimer ahead, let's get into the video. Now, There's Something Wrong with the Children follows a family that takes a weekend trip with longtime friends and their two young children, but they suspect something supernatural when the kids behave strangely after disappearing into the woods overnight. To give a brief summary of the story, basically we have a family and their longtime friends, and they have two kids, a girl and a boy, and the other couple, they don't. They even specify at some point in the story that they are happy to be child-free. At the beginning, everything is fine. They are in this cabin, and suddenly they want to explore these caves. And this is when the supernatural thing happened. This is something that we see in the trailer. I will say that the trailer gives away too much because we know what is going to happen since we already saw it. So there's no element of surprise. Now, from the moment that they go to the caves, everything changes for the kids. At least they say that they saw something down there because there's like a big hole and there's something that shines. But what shines? What is there? We don't know. So they go back, and during the rest of the day, we know that the couple is having some troubles. So as a good friend, it's like, hey, why don't you two go out and we babysit? Like, the worst that can happen, right? Right. Well, everything is kind of normal, but the kids are being creepy. Know that they are changing their behavior, and of course, it's common for kids to misbehave when they are with their parents, and it's not like precisely misbehaving, but they are being creepy. When they wake up the next morning, the kids are gone, and they are on the woods. Once again, they are on the caves, and when they arrive to the cave, they're jumping. This is a scene that we also see on the trailer. They're jumping, and he's freaking out because she is on the phone with him, but she's on the house, and she's like, the kids are not here, and their parents are about to come back, and what the hell is going to happen? The parents arrive, and the kids, they appear like nothing happened. Of course, he's like, what the hell? Like, I am going crazy. And he starts to be very erratic. And we even learn at some point that he has some maniac episodes. So you could start thinking maybe it's his mind, like he's playing everything in his head. I thought about that possibility at some point. They get mad at each other because he is like basically trying to make them see that the kids are being creepy and that something bad is happening, but they don't believe him. So they had a fight and they all get separated, and he accidentally kills the boy, the little kid. And I'm not gonna lie, I was so damn happy about that. I was like, yes. But I will talk about that later. No, he kills, it's an accident. Like, he didn't mean it. But of course, the mom is enraged. I mean, she has a reason. The father also, and even her girlfriend is like, this is too much. But he's like, no, you have to believe me. So they go back to the cave because he claims that he saw the bodies there. But when they arrive, there's nothing. So they go back to the cabin. And things, basically, after that, they get even creepier. Basically, the kids, they kill the mother. And the police arrive because they called the police when the kid was dead, but the kid is now alive. They kill the police. They try to kill her, and she pushes them throughout the cave and kind of kills them. But she also had a fight with her boyfriend because he kind of entered in a maniac episode, and she stabs him with a machete here, and he reappears with the machete here, and he takes him out, and he's like, I'm gonna kill you. But then the father of the kids reappears and pushes him, and he's like, go. So she leaves. And when she's in the middle of the road, she kind of stops and starts like crying. Of course, she's been dealing with a lot in the last hours. And the two kids appear with her boyfriend, and they're all holding hands. And the film ends with her like driving towards them. And when she's supposed to basically pass through them, the film ends. And that's it. That's 1 hour and a half that I just saved you. Now I'm going to jump right into the things that I like it, dislike it, because this is going to be a hard one. Now, the things that I like it, I think that the adults, they provided a very good performance. It was very convincing. It was honestly the best part of the film. They did a pretty good job with the actors that they chose. The father of the kids is Puerto Rican. I didn't knew until I heard him speaking Spanish. Because at first, I heard him and I was like, oh, yeah, he speaks Spanish, whatever. But then he says, me caso la potoroca. This is an expression that we use in Puerto Rico. I am not sure if it's used in other places that they speak Spanish, but it was the way that he did it. Like, is the accent. And I was like, wait a minute, that sounds way too Puerto Rican. Like, what the hell? But I was like, maybe it's just my mind. So I just leave it there. And then eventually he talks again in Spanish. And I was like, no. He must be Puerto Rican or the character is Puerto Rican. Like one of two, the actor. And it was pretty funny for me for like, oh, definitely you're Puerto Rican. So besides the point, I think that they did a pretty good job. Very convincing. Like honestly, like I said, for me, the best. Second thing that I like it is the score. I think that was creepy as hell. It was pretty good. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't well used, and now I'm jumping into the things that I dislike it, because I only like it those two things. Now, on the first thing that I dislike it, this way that the score was used, it didn't fit the scenes. Like it was so random. We have some scenes and suddenly we have a loud sound and the score as the background, and it doesn't fit. Like I don't know, I don't think that it was planned properly. Secondly, and the most important, the kids. I am a strong believer that in order for you to do a film, specifically a horror film, that revolves around children, they need to be good. You need to convince me. You need to have a good performance. This wasn't the case. They were annoying as hell. I have never been so happy for a kid to die. Like, well, wrong. I have seen other films where I wanted the kid to die because they were annoying, but I can't remember now. But I know that this is not the first one. They were annoying as hell. They weren't creepy. They were annoying. Like I don't really think that they did a good job, and it's something that happens, but unfortunately, I don't think that they did a good job here, and that took away a lot from the film, which is my third point. The film takes you off so many times of the horror that at some point I was like, is this even a horror movie? Because it doesn't feel like it. Like the atmosphere, the mood, the setting. It takes you off. Like, to give an example, when they are talking that we realize that they're having problems in their marriage, they're talking a lot of details between them, and it's like, why I am watching these two talking about their problems in their relationship? What's the point? What does it have to be with the fact that the kids are being creepy? Of course, that is used as an excuse for them to get out and they to babysit, and creepy things start to happen. But I think that that conversation could have been a little bit shorter, like straight to the point. I felt very unnecessary. And honestly, the moments when he's having a maniac episode, like, what was that? That's another thing, the inconsistency. If you're giving me someone with a maniac episode, I want to doubt if this is real or not. Like, that would be great. At the end, that didn't really have a purpose, which it's one of my biggest issues. I am not against films leaving like things for you to understand and to interpret, and some things without an answer. But here I have so many questions. At the end of the day, what the hell was there? What was it? What the hell they saw? why they jump and now they're back. Are they alive? Are they dead there and this is a ghost? The ending, what happened? Like, the ending remind me a little bit to The Descent, when she finally gets out of the cave and she stops in the middle of the road, and it ends abruptly with leaving you with a question if it was real or not. There's the alternate version that confirms that it was a dream, but on the original ending, then we have the sequel, then of course it's explained that it wasn't. But here we don't have that. And also, I think that the ending was very predictable. The film was predictable as hell, which could be my last thing. It's predictable as hell. So I think that you could realize by now that I didn't like this film. I am very sorry if you liked this film, but I didn't. I didn't enjoy it at all. I think it was very weak. Blumhouse has become a hit or miss at this point. Like, it's a 50% chance that you're going to like it, or 50% chance that it will be bad. And in this case, I don't think that this film was it. Like, I spent $7 because I had to rent it since it's on video on demand to watch it. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of regret it, because I was like, should I watch this? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, but I kind of regret it. So I will give this film a 1 out of 5 and a 4 out of 10. This is by now my worst film of the year by far. Of course, we're starting off the year, but this is my first bad review. I don't like giving bad reviews. I don't like being harsh, or like, I know that at the end of the day, this was hard work, but definitely they can improve. So this is also a way for you to know if this is worth it or not, but you can realize that maybe it's not. Maybe you will like it. Maybe you already watched it and you like it. And if you did, that's great. But that wasn't my case. But well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below what you thought. Did you like it? You didn't? Were you planning on watching it? How do you feel? Like I said, for me, Blumhouse right now is a 50-50 situation. But well, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.